Sharon's here. Honey, I am so glad you're here, girlfriends, because I promised you that I would do a video and I would go over a ton of part-time jobs for you for 50 plus women. Now, you have to understand, I came up with close to 200. So if you can't find a job out of 200, you don't want to work, right? But before I start getting into the meat of the whole video, I want to tell all of you out there that have not subscribed to my channel, please scroll on down, click that subscribe button, and see that little bell next to it. Go ahead and click that bell. It'll remind you of when my videos are being released, okay? Every single week, and I generally film on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, girlfriends? Now, I'm a little late this week, because yesterday I had to have a shot in my eye. I have macular degeneration that's wet, so I had to have another shot in the eye, and so I was down yesterday, okay? I'm back fit as a fiddle and ready to fly. So, here we go, girlfriends. Now, I will also put the majority of the links down below. I won't be able to put all of them. The rest of them you can either take notes or re-watch the video, okay? So the first one I want to go over with you, obviously, is to sell things on eBay. If you have a talent, a craft that you do, or something creative, by all means start selling on eBay. You know, with Christmas coming up and Thanksgiving and especially Halloween, people are making all these cute wreaths to go on the door. They're making little things that can stand in the back of you. Remember my Halloween and my fall festive look that I had this last year? Well, most of that I had gotten, you know, also on Etsy. My things that I hang outside on my door, the wreaths and all decorative stuff, are made from Etsy. So that might be something you want to think about, some sort of talent that you have. Now, the next thing I want to go over with you is to sell things on Craigslist. I have, now remember I told you, gosh, a couple of years back, I had two clients, two males, cutest gay guys you ever saw. And they're lawyers. And they had closed their practice and decided that they could make a heck of a lot more money by going around to all these flea markets and everything and collecting all kinds of antiques and fun things, turn them around, flip them, basically, and resell them for a profit. And remember I told you that each one they were making about $430,000 a year per each one of them just by doing this and loving what they do. They can shop all day long together, and they can go antiquing. They can go to all the little suburbs around in other small towns and pick up all kinds of stuff. Now their business is like an empire. I don't have to tell you that right now, but there you go. Another thing I want to bring up, and the reason I'm talking fast is, if I got 200, I may not be able to talk about all of them, but I'm going to put a big dent in it, okay, girlfriends? The next thing is, have you all seen the Facebook groups? Now, you can go on and look at the Facebook marketplace, and then you can look at groups in your area that sell things, okay? Like, I am a member of about 6 different groups in the Dallas area that sell things, and usually I'm the one putting things on to sell. And everything is very inexpensive, and you can make a killing. I mean, when I moved over, you know, to the high-rise here from my house, when I downsized, I put all kinds of stuff on there. Man, I was just selling left and right, left and right. I had people come in the door, just bang, bang, bang. And it's easy peasy. You name your own price. They show up with cash only is how they work, okay? And then voila, you're making moolah. Those are 2 things. Now, I love the Facebook Marketplace as well. I even have a piece on there right now that's from Z Gallery, okay, that I'm selling, a cute sequoia silver type table. And it's breathtaking. And for a good price, I'm selling it too, okay? Just saying. All right, the next thing you can do, ladies, is tutoring. All of my teachers that are not working right now and you're just sitting on your can, there are tutoring sites where you can go on and you can tutor via computer, or you can do it by Skype, or you can do it on the telephone, girlfriends, okay? And these tutors are making a killing. They make, well, I say a killing, let me explain to you. They can make over $50 for 30 minutes. So that's not bad money if, you know, you're established and you know what to tutor. I know right now that my granddaughter that's 15, soon to be 16, is tutoring online with a learning specialist that's helping her find tips and tricks and shorter ways to do everything, because she's ADD like you would not believe. And I'm paying her about $160 for 40 minutes. So, I mean, see how it goes? But you can be making some money, pick your own hours. You don't have to work long hours. You're not tied into anything that you don't want to do. There again, girlfriends, moolah. Okay, the next thing is, if you have been a nurse or still carrying your license or what have you, and you get the urge, you know, to be around some geriatrics or some other kids or some other people that are on certain treatments at home, there's private duty. You can always go on private duty. I know here right now, our RNs in private duty usually get $110 an hour. Okay, is what it is here. So, now that's only if they're not real difficult cases. If they're difficult, you know, they're close to $200 an hour, and you can pull any shift you want. So, food for thought. Okay. All right. The next thing is house cleaning, and I even recommended this to Susie Q and everything. That what I'm talking about when I say house cleaning, you can have your own housekeeping firm. You can have girls working for you and under you, or you can do it yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? It depends on how many houses you want to do and what kind of money you want to make. All right, now, like here in Dallas, I mean, I have a maid once a week, and she's $100 a day, and she only spends 4 hours, I can tell you that. But she's covered every nook and cranny, is what she covers. And since she comes every week, she's pretty much staying up on everything, if you know what I mean. Food for thought, girlfriends, okay? There you go. All right, next thing is to sign up on Fiverr. Fiverr is a site where whatever talent you may have, maybe you do things computerized, maybe you can edit videos, maybe you're a coach, or a yoga teacher, or a photographer, or whatever you can get on Fiverr and start selling yourself on Fiverr to make a living, okay? They all put their little amounts on there that they want. It's free to get on Fiverr. And then people look through there and decide what they want. I know that one of the gals I have helping me when I get behind in comments and some of my social media and everything, she came from Fiverr, and very reasonable price and very professional. So, I mean, hello, you can get on Fiverr and make some money. The ones that just did my brand new logo on my website were from Fiverr. So, whatever talent you may have, they've got everything under the sun on there, so go check it out. All right, the next thing, I have got a girlfriend, and she lives abroad. She lives in Italy. And she is a tour guide, a professional tour guide. Actually, she has the company, and she has others that are tour guides under her. And because she speaks, you know, English, obviously, and other languages, this is good. You don't have to, but it works for her. And you can be a tour guide. Tour guides make a killing. Plus, they have fun. They meet people, and they take them all around, and they're just playing and having fun is what they're doing. Now, we even have tour guides in Dallas, so if you come and you visit Dallas and you want to see every single thing, and there's a lot to see, and see where you know, Kennedy was shot, and see this and that. I mean, I can just go down the line. Dallas is huge. But we have tour guides here as well. And they can take you on trolleys, on buses. They can, you know, take you in limos. We do a lot of limos here and everything else. But this is fun. Tour guides make money plus tips. Also, what do you know about driving a carriage with horses on the front? Okay, college students everywhere. As soon as Christmas starts hitting here, we have the fancy little carriages, and some look like wagons and with lights all over them, and some look like the Cinderella carriages. So we just got all kinds of carriages, and the kind that the regular, you know, historical looking carriages, and oh, they're just beautiful. But anyway, back to the story. How about driving the carriage? You got two horses on front, You go up and down all these streets in the different areas that have all the houses lit up, and you have a carriage ride with your sugar booger. It's romantic because you have a blanket you can cover and snuggle together, and your carriage is all lit up with Christmas lights. It's very romantic, and you can make a killing doing that. Now these drivers that ride, and every hour, you know, they let people out and they let more people on. They are making, are you ready for this, about $800 a night each person. $800 a night. Because, you know, it's the holidays and everybody's tipping big. And you can have your chocolate milk there. You can have your toddy for the body on that little carriage ride. You can do whatever you want. And they're going to spoil you stinking right. And they'll sing if you want to sing. They'll turn on music if you want that. But, I mean, it's everywhere. So, that's something to think about. You got to think about, you know, really capitalizing, you know, on what you can do and then what time of the year it is, too. That'll help. Maybe you just want to earn money for Christmas. See, you can do that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is a midwife. Now, you do have to have a certain amount of training. You don't have to be a nurse, a registered nurse, at least not down here you don't. But we have lots of midwives here. These younger gals that have children, well, yeah, they're younger, of course. But what I am saying is there are midwives, okay, that these younger girls go to school to be a midwife. Now, you don't have to go in school. You can learn online, and you can go into this certain little, well, it's a learning center here. They call it a birth center thing, but they're taught to be midwives. And they're in training, you know, for about, oh, I don't know, about 8 to 10 months. And then, you know, they're assigned, you know, soon to be moms. So, there you go. There's a midwife. Now, what about a doula? And everybody's like, oh, Sharon, what's a doula? A doula is someone that takes like a course for six to 10 weeks, depending on how fast you study. It's very easy, by the way. You have to have no experience. And what you do is you go out and you work with a pregnant mother, explaining to her about breastfeeding and so forth. You know, you can get her ready and tell her what the pregnancy's like, different things she can do to help with stretch marks, keep her calm, cool, and collected. And at the time of birth, you're there and you're helping to be her coach also, side by side, and helping her through every inch of the way. Now here, if you go through a client to birth, you get $1,500, and you can have many going at once. You can have as many birth moms around that you want to. Rah, rah, sis, boom, bah, okay? And it's called a doula. And there is certification online. And like I said, it doesn't take any time. Hello? How easy is that? I can go and say, oh, honey, I'm going to tell you this sucks, okay? I'm going to get my cash. No, I'm kidding. But you know what I mean, girlfriends. I mean, that's good money just to you know, visit these moms and go, oh, isn't this wonderful? I think you're making the right choice, and you can do this and you can do that. Okay? I mean, I personally don't know whether I could put up, you know, with the birthing thing, because that was never my thing when I went to nursing school. Labor and delivery was not my thing. Because I couldn't handle those women wailing and carrying on like animals. It was nuts. But anyway, back to the story. So that's something else you can do, is being a doula. Okay, and they make really good money. And guess what? You can turn down cases. You can take cases. It's not like an 8 to 5 type of job. Okay, the next thing is I have a great client. She's really good with plants. Like, she'll take plants and grow them. And I mean, it isn't even 2 weeks to a month. These are big, fat, gorgeous plants. I don't know what she feeds them, because, see, I'm not into the gardening thing either. I go buy my stuff from her, actually. So, but she grows a lot of plants. Now, she lives at home, and she grows them, and she also has a, what do you call that, greenhouse thing too in the back. And anyway, that's what she does. She sells plants, just like a landscaper, you know, type person. But people all around, she's got regular clients that every year they know the season changes, and she's going to have all these different plants available, and she does. And I mean, she makes the killing, just sits home, goes out to the greenhouse and plays with her little plants, but yet she's making more a year than her husband that's a big CEO. You following me? Hello? Okay, next thing is, let's talk about a nanny. There is like grandmother.com or grandma.com, something like that. If you're retired and you're sitting home, you have nothing to do, and you're far away from your grandkids, and you want to be near children or some sort, then this is the best place for you. You can hire yourself out to be what they call a grandmother. And the family doesn't have, you know, a grandmother or their parent around, so they will actually hire you, and they pay $25 an hour to come spend time with the kids and play. Yes, you might want to take them somewhere, you might want to help build blocks with them, color with them, do whatever. Believe it or not, that's what they do. They take the place of the real grandparents, and they're paid a fee for that. So that is terrific. That's another great thing you can do. See, all these things are no-brainers. Hello, lady, okay? All right. And then, of course, I've got to tell you about this. I see many of you YouTubers that are very much into knitting and crocheting. Okay. One of my very best girlfriends, she lives in California. She lives in the Bay Area. She knits and crochets dresses. I mean that form-fitting and darling and precious and sexy. She actually has a store. Now, she started just doing this, you know, at home, and then she's turned into a store because I told her to do it. And she is making way over 6 figures. She can't keep them on the market because everybody wants one, but they're so cute and they're so darling. But see, that's something she does. She just sits there and knits, and then she'll crochet, and then she knits, and then she crochets, because she makes a lot of stuff. But the dresses are the biggest seller, and they come in all colors, and they are hot looking. Let me tell you, girlfriends. Okay, see, there you go. You have a talent. You didn't know you had it, or if you have it now, you know what to do with it. Okay, then the next thing is, I have another client that's very much into fitness and stuff. And of course, you know, when I started on my dieting, they're kind of the ones that gave me the idea about what to pick up in the way of a meal prep thing. And now I'm getting them, I'm hiring them now to do all my meal preps. Okay, but they put together, you know, meals within a calorie range I want, all healthy stuff. They know what I need, you know. No, low carbs if possible, and I don't need anything that's going to mess with my cholesterol, because I sure don't ever want that problem. And anyway, it's going to stay within my calorie range, okay? And they're putting together the meal prep and delivering it to me. So I pay them to do that. And they'll come in and they'll put a week's worth, or they were even talking about coming twice a week. So everything is so totally fresh. But this is great. And how many of you know how to cook? Of course you know how to cook. And you can put meal prep and sell it. You get yourself a business card. You know, you can stick business cards all over the place, on bulletin boards, in apartments on bulletin boards, wherever, at the store on bulletin boards, and advertise yourself for meal prep. It's great. And you know what? I have another girlfriend, and I don't know how she did this. I should ask her. But what she does is she sets up a booth when all these festivals and all these little events are coming, especially around the holidays too. And my hair is just falling over the place. I look like a crackhead today. Okay, but anyway, back to the story. So she makes soups, and they're powder form in these cute little boxes with a bow around them, you know, because her packaging is cute. It helps sell the product. But she makes tortilla soup, vegetable soup, tomatoes, all kinds, and you just add the water to what's in this little container. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's fabulous. See, you just got to think, girls. You just got to think, because you have no idea how talented you are until you get with it. Okay, there is, my maid's daughter has what you call an ironing company, and she's called the Iron Lady, and she goes to all the big high-rises, and mostly a lot of men, you know, use her service. But what she does is take all of their laundry back to her place. She does all of their laundry and ironing and everything, and brings it all back on hangers and fresh and pretty with the plastic on it and the whole 9 yards. And they call her the Iron Lady, and she's very popular here in Dallas. I mean, popular. And so she caters to all these yuppies down here, you know, in what we call our uptown area. in all these big high rises, because you know nobody's got time for that. You know, the guys just usually take their nice shirts or whatever that they're working in, you know, to be dry cleaned, you know, or cleaned at the cleaners. And they get all that done. But this woman will come pick it up, bring it back to you, and do everything for you. So she makes a killing doing that, can I tell you? And she's cute as a button too, but she's real hyper. She's just darling. Okay, now, next thing is house sitting. Think about this. Somebody in Europe, let's say Italy, or let's say France, is going to go on a vacation for about a month. They're needing somebody to house sit. There is a service that you can go on, put your picture on there, talk all about yourself. It's like making a profile. And whenever one of these jobs come up, these people come on here and advertise, bid for the job per se. Tell them, hey, I'm available. This is what I charge. You not only get a free trip abroad, because you don't have to just sit in the house all the time. You know, if they got a dog, you feed the dog. You know, you just lock the doors, make sure everything's safe. You go out and shop. You do whatever you want to do, but you come back and obviously you're in the house watching over the house for them while they're on vacation and making sure that their maid service or whatever comes in, does what they're supposed to do, yada, yada, yada. I know more people that do this, and that is how they get free vacations. So this is a blast. Sometimes it's for a week, sometimes it's 2 weeks, a month. You know, it differs with everybody's vacation. But that's something to think about. How fun to see the world like that, right? You can still do everything, and you got a free place to stay. Hello. And they pay your airfare over there. So you've got basically a free vacation. See, girls? All right. Now, most of these others, I'm going to have to list down below. I wanted just to hit on some highlights at first. But I mean, there are tons and tons here, you know, to go over. And it just doesn't stop. It's almost 200. I'm going to put all of these links down below. And, I mean, I want you, look at this. That's just off of one stack. You see what I mean? They're everywhere, they're everywhere. So don't tell me that you don't have money for Christmas. Don't tell me money's tight. Don't tell me you can't afford medical grade skincare. You knew I was going to throw that one in, didn't you, girls? And don't tell me you don't have this, and don't tell me you don't have that, because that's bull. I've got the answer to all your problems right here, and you know that I'm good at finding the answers to all your problems. Okay, girlfriends? I'm going to list all the links down below. Get on there. You spend the weekend flipping through and see what appeals to you. This is the thing. Anybody right now at our age can still make money. You could turn it into your own business if you want. If you just want to pick up some change now and then, or just add to the kitty, you know, to subsidize, you know, your Social Security or whatever, there you go, voila. All right, my ladies, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. This was great fun. I want to, all my new subbies, mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you, darlings. I love you so much. It's so neat getting to know each and every one of you. You guys are a lot of fun. To all my regulars, I want you to stay sassy, classy, and confident. And give me a big thumbs up on this video.